I'm going to insert on this one here, because it says certain monthly budget where it shows the levy certification on there. So the number you, Chris, are requesting is the what percentage right now?
In the booklet that you have, it's a 4% request. I am really, really happy or pleased to tell you that we received our state aid announcement this morning. And so we received $107,000 more in state aid than what was projected in July. So I can go to the annual meeting next week asking for a 3% increase rather than a 4. And basically what we would do in that, as far as the revenue part is, we would just shift the money from the local tax base to the general state aid.
Okay, so I've got a question. So you know
Sure.
that they're going, pushing through a payout at the state level to reduce local levy, right? So if that comes in, that'll kick it down even more, so that won't be,
No, it won't.
it won't.
It won't. It's not going to school districts, it's going to local taxpayers, property owners. And so the last item occurs is that it's like a $13 property tax credit in everybody's bill. So you'll get 13, I'll get 13.
Last time it was going directly to the school district to only reduce the levy.
Right.
There was
Okay.
something
That's
that,
not under property tax, it's going to reduce levy.
Okay, I hadn't heard that yet. Did you hear that this morning then, or?
I've been listening to it all last week and a half here.
In fact, they were talking about it today, I guess it's in there, but they were saying it was supposed to go to the taxpayers, go to the schools, is what I had heard.
Property tax, it was funneled through taxpayers, or through the school district to get back to the taxpayer. And the intent is to reduce the
levy.
levy.
Yeah. My question is, if something comes in after the fact, we'll know within the next couple of weeks here anyways.
Right.
If it comes in as a reduction on levy, we can put that offset on the levy we're talking about. So, I mean, the annual meeting, I mean, nothing will be decided until we decide December or whatever.
You're correct, and the annual meeting, remember, is an advisory to the board.
Right, right.
So,
So I would assume every district in the state's going to have the same issue. But I still don't like 3%. My original discussion was somewhere around 2%.
I think Mary had something to add too. There was something that came through this afternoon.
okay,
There's
thanks.
a bill, and it looks, they've got it listed by district, and we would be getting 89,000 more with that,
Okay,
if that's approved.
okay.
I'm sure it shows 890.
But it was earmarked to offset levies.
Okay.
That's what I
As
understood.
far as I know, that's what I've been hearing all the time. It will transfer, obviously, your property tax because it's offsetting levy, but it's a direct earmark to a school district for the only purpose of offsetting a levy. That's the last I heard. But who knows until they write it,
Exactly.
until somebody puts a pen on it and signs it. So, I guess my question is, even before that comes in, I still don't like 3%. So the question is we had a sizable increase in our fund balance the last couple of years. Can we not reduce that? What is the percentage difference in dollars down to 2%?
It's about 100,000, maybe just 102 or something like that.
Okay.
Understands my responsibility as superintendent, and Mary and I can give you or propose a balanced budget.
Yep.
Yes, the fund balance is very, very healthy. No argument. I don't know that you want to get into practice of running deficit budgets to keep tapping into fund balance level.
No, but I don't think we have one deficit budget the last 2 years. have we?
You haven't run a deficit budget in a long time. I'm just saying, I don't know that you want to get into that
Yeah,
practice.
but no, what I do recall though is we had quite a few years of increase in the fund balance and then not spending the maintenance on the school building, which we are doing on this school here.
That's correct.
But we still have money in there that we already collected for replacing boilers and things. So when it was in theory,
And that's-
our maintenance budget number ought to be going down significantly because we already put a lot of money into the.
And it is.
Okay. So my question is, can we not reduce this by 100,000 and take out the fund balance? Since we've already put so much money in the fund balance for maintenance purposes.
There was a suggested percentage that you have as a fund balance.
Yes.
And I don't know what the number is.
It's around 30.
And
Just say about 30%.
People used to have 15 and all of a sudden they said 24.
Right.
They don't use it for other
And
things.
so I think what may be the determining factor is, are we at that 30%? Are we going to be less than that, above that?
Right now, you're slightly over 30.
Okay.
The fund balance is, fund balance, if I recall, is it around 7 million right now? Okay, and our budget's around 17 million, 16 million.
Triple fund balance is 21.
So you've got that, yes, you have that question there.
So I'm asking the other board members, would you be opposed to reducing it down to 2% that we would get out of the fund balance, which is probably $100,000 to $130,000 somewhere there.
I'm not opposed to it, I think we need to be careful, and just make sure that we are not putting ourselves in a position where we have to borrow money.
Well, we're pretty flush as we used to have to borrow at the end of
We have to take the short-term
Right,
loans.
December.
So I think we're doing okay. I just, I don't like seeing us increasing, just because the state keeps on decreasing it so heavily. But we did increase the fund balance, and we took care of a lot of prepayables in the last couple of years, so I think we're pretty healthy right now.
The other thing you need to realize is you're leaving about $700,000 within the revenue we have that you haven't taxed for. So I'm telling you that.
Are you correcting the numbers this year to show everything back to normal the way it was since they're not giving us?
Yes,
Added 75,
Yes.
and took away again and all that business?
yes.
Okay. And what we're referring to there is the,
A $50 one-year piece if you tax to the max.
right. So we had to fake tax to the max, take it off of
The debt service.
that's it. Now we're switching it back to norm because of the state tactics trying to do whatever. All right, so if.
I guess long-term board members, committee members, you need to keep in mind, I don't know that you can continue to lowball every year.
No, I don't.
It's gonna come back and hit you sooner or later.
But what I'm hoping
And the thing is, hold on a second, Dave. What you gotta realize is, we're still in declining enrollment. All right? And our property values, in contrast to the rest of the state, aren't as bad. And so we quite likely will take another hit again next year if this trend keeps up. And you just cannot, for the long-term fiscal health of the district, you gotta be conscious of that. I know our fund balance is really healthy, and I'm proud of that, you should be too. But when I'm saying long-term, you gotta really be conscious of those minimal increases.
No, I understand.
Okay?
I'm just looking at it that we're pretty healthy in our fund balance and overall in general. For the last quite a few years, we've been watching the numbers very well. I think the board's been doing exceptionally well. And our administration as a whole, and the principals and everybody have been doing exceptionally well, watching the dollars we're spending. And I just hate to see us, although we have been cut significantly, I think all of us, it would be great to call up our local representative, who I hear on there all the time talk about how great the school districts are loving everything. We've gotten cut probably the most in the area, so I think we need to call him up and let him know that he may be in charge of the house at the state level, that he needs to understand that his local school district just lost another building, so we're significantly down from where we were. But I think we've all tightened the budgets, and I think we're doing pretty well. So, and if we were doing this 3 years in a row, I would be very hesitant to reduce the fund balance. Being it's a big chunk this year, if they continue to do this, we're going to have other issues, we're going to have to go to the state.
I think that we should look at like a 3-year rolling average or something, so that we don't,
Spikes.
yeah, it spikes. We want to have some type of long-term view of this. So maybe we prepare something like that with targets somewhere around 30%.
So here's what I'm getting at, we're running to the next section here, which is the presentation, which is, can we get reviewed documents to show this case? That.
Yes.
Even though you've already published in the paper,
Right.
what you published in the paper is worse than what you're handing out.
Exactly. And I did that intentionally. I gave the worst-case scenario on the paper, knowing that there would probably be an adjustment in state aid, not knowing how much.
Yep.
And then basically, when the citizens got here, we'd have good news to it. So,
Right, great.
the only other thing I would point out, budget-wise, there isn't going to be chances this year then to do any more maintenance projects, any more big tech expenses. I mean, we're done as far as big spending. If this is where you're at right now tonight, going into the fund balance,
Well,
I'm just telling you,
I understand that.
I don't want a committee member walking in a meeting saying, oh, we need to fix the parking lot.
No, I don't think anybody's looking for a future
Well,
term thing to do
I
that.
just want to be straightforward with you about that.
But for example, we have collected now significant amount of money for boilers. if
Yeah.
I do go on, the money's already in the fund balance.
Exactly,
And I think we already set it aside as a maintenance issue, right?
yes.
How much did we do that?
Well, basically, we've got about $400,000 we designated.
Right.
200 that's been spent on the roof. So we
you
have
have-
200 left, and I calculated the boiler to be around 100. So we got about 100 of a cushion in there.
So we're doing fine there. So if we do have an issue, it's not like we don't have the money already there.
Correct, for an emergency. Yes.
Okay. Anybody, anything else on budget or what I was discussing?